Hello and welcome to Freak Out to Chill Out. This evening, or indeed this morning, or any time of day you're joining us, we're going to be looking at miracles. Miracles in our own lives. And it's so easy to pass them by because we're not walking on water or rising from the dead. But miracles happen in ordinary lives every day, and sometimes we forget, and sometimes we can focus on what we don't have. But when we focus on those miracles, what happens is that we start to feel grateful. And gratitude changes our experience of life, even during the most difficult times. So this is a really great time for all of us to notice our miracles. And for me, it came in a memory this morning from 2017, where perhaps I'd been in a time of noticing the things that I don't have, which at the time was relatively significant in terms of not having very much income or financial security or superannuation or any of those things, because I'd had quite a good deal of chronic illness and a time of being a full-time mother and so on. And then I actually started to realize how extraordinary it was that I was a mother at all, considering it was predicted when I was in my early 20s that that was never going to happen. And yet there I was with 3 children, which was extraordinary. And I was feeling a bit sorry for myself because I was aching and paining from a workout given to me by my son. And then I realized how extraordinary it was that I'd even been able to do those things, because not very long previously I'd been in an electric wheelchair, so that I could do any of these physical things was a miracle. And every time I open my computer, I see an image of myself skiing, which I never ever thought I would be able to do. I remember that day very strongly. It was just that feeling of freedom and really being in the miraculous nature of me being able to ski. And when I feel those things, when I really deeply acknowledge the miraculous nature of the small things in my life, and every day I'm reminded of my children. Every day I sit in this gorgeous place in Canberra. When I notice those things, when I really live in those things, I feel deeply grateful. And it enables me to face whatever comes outside of me, still with that joy of gratitude. And my life becomes full. So there are many other smaller miracles in life. That we breathe is a miracle. That Canberra has been largely bypassed in this wave of coronavirus and COVID-19. I think that's a miracle. I think that you're able to watch and listen to this meditation is a miracle. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I can connect to so many people in very different situations who aren't all in my bedroom. Well, actually, I'm quite glad you're not in my bedroom, because there'd be no room left for me. But when I was teaching face-to-face, it would be much more difficult to reach the people I'm now reaching. So telecommunications is a miracle. And how many times it's been said to me how much more difficult this time would have been without the internet. And I remember when the internet first became a thing, when we first got our computer, when we first logged on to the World Wide Net. It doesn't actually seem that long ago. And here we are all of us utilizing it to stay connected in this time. So let's get on with the practice of acknowledging our miracles, acknowledging and being grateful for the miracles that are happening in our lives as we sit here tonight or tomorrow or whenever you listen. So take the time to get comfortable. We all know what that feels like. We all know what the position of comfort is for us. So making sure that you're warm enough, because even in an air-conditioned environment, sometimes your temperature drops and you cool off. So we're going to begin this evening's practice with a mindfulness exercise of our breath. I grew up in my childhood and adulthood until the age of 33 being an asthmatic. So that I can breathe at all is to me a miracle. So even if you are still having breathing difficulties in your life, I want you to really become aware of your own sensations of breath and the phases of your breath and how they feel different in your mind. So let's begin first by noticing the sensations of breathing in our nostrils, knowing that there is no right or wrong sensation. It is just your experience. So noticing the temperature of the breath as it flows in through your nostrils and the temperature of your breath as it flows out. Notice the breath inside your sinuses. Sensations of breath in your forehead. And then let your attention move down into your throat. As you Gently notice the breath flowing in the back of your throat and flowing out through the back of your throat. Soft and gentle gratitude for the miracle that is your breath. Just as it is in this moment. And whenever you're ready, with permission, allow your attention to flow into your chest. You might begin by noticing the muscles and your rib cage expanding as you breathe in, out in front, and then relaxing as you breathe out. What an extraordinary coordination of muscle and nerve fiber and bone and cartilage. Allowing your awareness to sit your upper back as you notice the gentle expansion through the back of your rib cage into the floor. Hold this awareness very lightly with an almost childlike gratitude, simply in the movements. And now in your lungs, a light awareness of the extraordinary process of gas exchange in your lungs. Expansion beginning at the very bottom of your lungs and ending in the very top of your lungs. Perhaps both lungs release at the same time. Allowing whatever capacity you have to be a miracle, a source of gratitude for each breath in and each breath out. Noticing the distension of your diaphragm as you breathe in. That beautiful dome-like muscle. Extending the capacity of your lungs for your in-breath. What an extraordinary process. Breathing out and relaxing back up into its cave between your lungs. The soft and gentle movement of your abdomen as you breathe in and out. Responding to the movement of your diaphragm. You may or may not notice a slight pause between your in-breath and your out-breath, between your out-breath and your in-breath. No matter if you don't. If you do, allow yourself gratitude for this moment of absolute stillness in the world, in your world. A point where everything stops, just for a moment, and then starts again. Already, your mind is smiling in gratitude for these small miracles. You may like to become aware of any sensations in your mind as you breathe. Your breath now soft and gentle. Allow yourself to marvel at the miracle of meditation, that in such a short time you can move from busy mind, busy body, to this state of peacefulness and stillness. What a remarkable thing. The miracle of care. That a human being can care for another human being or animal or plant. We may take it for granted sometimes, but to be on the receiving end of care is extraordinary. And if you are listening to this meditation or any of the meditations that we've been sharing over the last couple of months, then you've been on the receiving end of care, are on the receiving end of care. And that's a miracle. That you care for the people, for the animals, for the plants that you care for is a miracle. There are so many miracles in your life, in my life, in our lives, for which we can be grateful, for which we can, from which we can derive sustenance. That we can remember when we feel lacking. So I invite you to take a tour through your life, detouring past the more difficult times, and perhaps spending some time with the miracles, with the people who've shown you care, with the times you've triumphed over adversity, the moments you've experienced peace and joy. Allow every one of those miracles to have a place in your body, a place in this meditation. And watch as your body, your mind, your spirit blossoms with these memories. Now gently finding your root back into your body. Perhaps noticing the clothes on your skin, the weight of your body on the surface beneath you. You might notice your breath deepening. Taking one last moment to feel the gratitude for the miracles in your life. Perhaps you may notice an intention arise to remind yourself of just one of these miracles at times when you're starting to feel a bit grumpy, when you're starting to take your life a little for granted. Remembering these miracles can allow you to return to a mind state of gratitude. And right now, I'd like to thank you for being here for me to offer meditation. To me, this is a miracle. So in whatever way, in whatever posture you would like, allow your hands to come together. Cover your eyes. Open your eyes into the warm darkness. Massage through your scalp. Around the edges of your ears. Inside the hinges of your jaw. Along your jaw and into your chin. Around the edges of your nose. Along your cheekbones. And then smoothing over your forehead, crown, and off your shoulders 3 times. May all beings be at peace, and may we all live in the true peace of our own hearts. Thank you again. Enjoy your miracles, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, if you feel like you know somebody who could do with joining us here, please share it with them or invite them in on the meditation. The more the merrier. Thank you. Bye.